Welcome to BFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. On the local scene, on May 23rd, the University of the West Indies, the UWI Global Campus, marked a significant milestone with the grand opening of its newly expanded and renovated facilities at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines site located in Kingstown. The expansion project features a new modern building spanning approximately 21,568 square feet. It includes offices, conference rooms, classrooms, a video conference room, computer labs, a library, a lecture hall, cafeteria, and a student lounge. The project also incorporates leasable space and restores an aqueduct to honor the site's historical significance, creating a functional and inspiring learning environment. This is a highly significant moment in our history, stated Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves during his keynote address. He reaffirmed his government's commitment to ensuring educational access for all, especially for disadvantaged and working-class populations. He also praised the UWI's role in promoting the nation's growth and development. Dr. Francis O. Severin, principal of the UWI Global Campus, shared his gratitude and pride in reaching this major milestone. He extended heartfelt thanks to all stakeholders who contributed to the project, particularly acknowledging Prime Minister Gonsalves and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for their unwavering support of the UWI. Meanwhile, Dr. Risa Noel McBarnett, head of the UWI Global Campus in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, praised the partnership between the university and the government for creating an environment that fosters academic success. Corporal of Police 949 Edson Smith has been applauded by the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force for successfully completing an advanced international training course focused on precursor chemical control and investigation. Chemical precursors are substances used in the manufacture of synthetic drugs. The higher university course of specialization in the control and investigation of drug precursors was conducted virtually over a 6-month period from September 23, 2024 to April 11, 2025. The program was hosted by the Fundación UNED, an academic institution affiliated with the National Distance Education University of Spain. The training was delivered through the COPOLAD 3 program, cooperation program between Latin America, the Caribbean, and the European Union on drug policies, and is supported by the International and Ibero-American Foundation for Administration and Public Policies, the Italo-Latin American International Organization, and the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security Impacts. The course involved 500 hours of training and focused on several areas directly relevant to current and emerging drug enforcement challenges in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. These included the inspection of chemical operators, administrative control of precursor substances, and international regulatory frameworks governing chemical movement. Corporal Smith described the course as academically intense but immensely rewarding, and emphasized how the knowledge gained can support national enforcement priorities. On June 4th, police arrested and charged Olone Garns, a 35-year-old laborer of Rockies, with the offense of criminal assault. Investigation reveals that on June 2nd, the accused assaulted a 49-year-old resident of the same address by raising a knife above her head with the intent to commit bodily harm. The offense was committed in Rockies. Garns appeared before the Kingstown Magistrate Court on June 5th. He pleaded guilty to the charge, following which the magistrate ordered that he undergo a mental health evaluation at a mental health center for 14 days. The matter was adjourned to June 23rd. On to regional news. The Trinidad and Tobago government said on Thursday night that it takes very seriously threats being made by Venezuela to track down any person outside of the South American country involved in attempts to overthrow the Nicolas Maduro government. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, speaking at the post-cabinet news conference, told reporters that she is also aware of statements made by Venezuelan Justice Minister Diosdado Cabello that a Trinidad and Tobago national was involved in terrorist activities aimed at destabilizing Venezuela earlier this week. Cabello has since identified the Trinidadian national as Gis Kendall Giron and repeated accusations made by President Nicolas Maduro that terrorists, including Colombians, had used Trinidad and Tobago as a launching pad in the bid to destabilize the Venezuelan government. Cabello has vowed to pursue anyone attempting to destabilize Venezuela, saying, "There must be justice. We are going after the gangs wherever they are. Together we will guarantee peace in this country." But Prime Minister Prasad Bessessa told reporters that there was no evidence to support the comments made by Cabello, adding, "Today I want to make it very clear to the Venezuelan government and officials that they can do whatever they want on Venezuelan territory, but they cannot come here." She said she would be speaking with her Minister of Defense, Wayne Sturge, and the Attorney General, John Jeremy, to seek advice and protection for the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard to use deadly force on any unidentified vessel entering TT waters from Venezuela, smuggling military able-bodied men and women. Prime Minister Prasad Bessessa said she was also warning drug and human traffickers from Trinidad and Tobago who are masquerading as fishermen. If you enter Venezuelan waters to do your illegal acts and you are caught by the authorities, you are on your own. The government of Guyana is to seek additional information from the United States on the sanctions instituted by its Treasury departments on 4 Guyanese nationals, including a senior superintendent of police, for their links to drug trafficking and a Colombian drug network. 2 Colombian nationals were also named in the sanctions. Speaking briefly to reporters on the issue last evening as he was leaving a reception, President Irfan Ali said he has already spoken to the U.S. ambassador on the issue, and information is being requested from the U.S. on the sanctions. According to News Source Guyana, the Guyana Police Force announced on Thursday night that Senior Superintendent Himnot Saw has been sent on administrative leave following the announcement of him being sanctioned, along with 3 other Guyanese, by the United States for drug trafficking. And finally, in the news at this hour, a major cocaine smuggling operation that used a network of speedboats to transport drugs from South America to the Canary Islands has been taken down, police have said. Almost 4 tons of cocaine trafficked from Brazil and Colombia were seized and 48 suspects arrested in the raids. Spain's national police said the gang used 11 so-called narco boats to smuggle the drugs across the Atlantic in a complex operation that involved using an abandoned wreck at sea as a refueling platform. Police forces from Europe, including the UK, as well as South America and the US, were involved in planning the raids dubbed Operation Black Shadow. The UK's National Crime Agency confirmed that a British national was among those arrested. Investigators revealed the gang used a complex encrypted communication system to evade law enforcement, including the use of satellite terminals, hard-to-trace phones, and a coded language. Police said the raids were months in the planning and saw 29 properties searched, 69 vehicles seized, including boats and jet skis, and cash and firearms recovered. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Narissa Bostwick. Do join us again at 5:30 p.m. when we will bring you our next newscast.